I'm here to talk about the culture of silence existing in the church, especially among women religious. The patriarchal, the hierarchical system which is dominant over the years have created a culture of silence that has instilled a negative, silenced and suppressive self-image in the oppressed. I feel strongly that the oppressive structure is strong in our church, not only because of the very system, but also because of the culture of silence which is equally strong, especially among women religious. We speak a lot about the radical following of Christ and the need to be prophetic, but it remains mostly in words but not in action. I have witnessed to this culture of fear so strong among women religious during our sectional meeting of women religious at the national level in 2017, where 500 plus women religious were present. Remember that we were major superiors, that means provincials and superior generals of the congregation. We were leaders, decision makers and missionaries who were supposed to give a direction to the church through their life and works. The meeting was for 3 days, and if I remember correctly, the topics chosen for the meeting were contemplation, communion and compassion. And few of us felt that we wouldn't come all the way spending a lot of our time and energy only to speak about our spiritual life, because that we were doing it regularly at our congregational level. We felt it was a forum where we could take up some concrete issues which we were facing within and outside the church and see how we could find possible solutions to them collectively. The president and the vice president of the CRI women's section were very open and supportive, and so I presented a memorandum which the Western Region CRI had prepared. We had clearly mentioned the challenges the women religious face within the church in our own parishes and dioceses, like property issues, harassment, low wages, lack of proper written agreements, non-recognition of women's contribution in the field of social work, education, health sector, etc. And we also expressed the need for us to submit the memorandum with all our signatures to all the bishops in India. Sadly, there was one and only priest present for that particular meeting, and he made a comment which was not favorable to us preparing such a statement. I was really shocked to know that the presence of one man was enough for a vast majority of women religious not to speak up. Many of them confided that they were going through a lot of similar issues, but they were of the opinion that we should not go against the church. In fact, there was nothing wrong or accusatory in the statement. We had just stated the problems we face and asked for a solution. There was strong resistance, and except very few of us, no one was ready to write their names and sign the paper. We did not give up. On the third day, we again presented the statement with a few modifications. This time, the priest expressed that they too were facing similar problems in their congregations with the hierarchical church. One supportive document made a difference, and at least 161 major superiors had the courage to sign the statement. I also realized that women deceive themselves. They are their own enemies, and they perpetuate the problem. You must have heard Simone de Beauvoir, who said that the oppressor would not be so strong if he did not have accomplices among the oppressed. It's very true. After the meeting, I got phone calls from 3 bishops, and one bishop met me personally, and they told me that they have heard about the signature campaign. I could sense certain amount of restlessness in them. In fact, I was happy that we could create restlessness in them. It's my experience as a religious and as a major superior that in most of the forums where women religious are present, they hardly speak up, they hardly express their opinion. Unless and until women develop critical consciousness in order to recognize that this culture of silence is created to oppress, no change is going to happen in our system. I pray that we wake up to the reality and learn to follow Jesus, whose vision was to create a just society where all are equal and free.